This is the CMT Trade Fair in Stuttgart, Germany. This is the world of European camper vans. Obviously there's going to be more camper vans here from Germany than any other country, but we're also going to see a lot from Slovenia, from France, from Italy, I think potentially one or two other countries as well. I'm going to start off here. I'm going to take you through the entire hall, starting off here with Vantura from Koblenz, Germany. Their specialization is in moving a lot of the equipment to below the van, and that means there's more space inside. Above all, one feature I want to point out is the use of diesel for heating. If you're using diesel for heating, you don't need such a big gas container, just using gas for cooking. Therefore you can buy smaller amounts of gas, and therefore that saves a lot of space inside. Here we have Carmen Mobil, also from Germany. They've started building this thing here, 4x4 vehicle. They've called it up there the all-road area. That is a mistake from a German. In German the word's Allrad, but a rad is a wheel, so it means 4x4. It doesn't mean any road will do. So we've got a couple here. We've got lots of other vehicles which they manufacture, and I'm going to have to take you around the film individually a bit later to show them, because I do just want to give an overview here. So that's it. I'm doing an overview of the hall. There'll be an overview of the company, and then there will be the vans in more detail. So that's how I'm trying to do it. Okay, now I don't know how popular these things with tents on the roof are, because you don't really tend to see them, unlike vans, which you may see on the road. You don't see people with their tents out on the road. Don't tend to see many in campsites anyway. At least that's the way it seems to me. Now, I see there's lots of people here. The reason why there's lots of people here, this is the most popular day of the week in one of the most popular fairs in Europe. Volkswagen. Here on the left there's something called a rocket camper, which is a new idea for I think it's meant to be for families to travel around in. They're trying to save space. They've got other ideas for saving space. We'll have to see that in the film done on it. The Grand California comes in two sizes, and this is the one with the lengthwise beds in it. Here we have equipment, although it's not really camper van, but the camper van equipment. It is that it's called Sky Up. It's a tent in the roof from 3,800 euros, and their USP is in the pneumatics in it, and there's a window in it as well at the top. They say it's easy to put up with one hand. That's their argument. Now here you've got Purcell, who make vans. They've been on the go since 1989, so it's now 31 years old. I've never met or even seen or met anybody who ever met Peter Purcell, so presumably he sold the company. I don't know, but we've got a large selection of theirs, and also they've got various brands now as well. This is the largest company in this has the most vans in this hall. It's not the largest company. I don't think it's anywhere near the size of Mercedes, for example. But you see some of the other brands up there: Vanster, Campster, Globe Car, and of course these things here now really just cars with a bit of camping stuff tacked on, and they're based on various platforms: Fiat, Citroen, Peugeot, but not Mercedes, because it would be too expensive. This is Mercedes. This is their Marco Polo. It is really a rather luxurious car, but with some very elegant looking equipment tacked on to it. And one bit of equipment I do want to mention is something called the Mercedes-Benz Advanced Control, which we can see, for example, in the vehicle we've got down here. In fact, all of them on this stand. But this one here from Westphalia. Westphalia has become the first non-Mercedes company to actually use the Mercedes-Benz Advanced Control. Oh, there's an advertisement for it. And this controls all the lights, in the van from up front. So you've got it next to, you've got this big screen here in the vehicle. There you go, there's a big screen. In this case it's got the sat nav on, but from there you can control the lights, the heating, you can see what the state the batteries are in, and you've got one of them control things at the back as well. So whilst you're driving, you can turn the heating on, for example, or something like that at the back. So that is quite unusual, and also could show you how much water you had in your water tank. Then you might think, okay, I haven't got much water, I'd better go and drive somewhere to a cemetery or something where you can get the water from, or whatever, wherever you're getting your water from. Getting water in Germany, you go to the cemeteries, that's probably the best place to actually get it, unless you go to a campsite, of course, which might be the easiest option. This is Clever Vans. Now, one feature that they've done here is they've put up this corner bit down here where they have people talking about their camping experiences, and I noticed that whereas most campers of the hard type tend to be sort of my age or even more, those listening, or those the wannabe campers, are much younger. Berts do conversions from VW. Here, Rebel. All these two companies from near Stuttgart. WSR, similar sort of VW conversions. Space Camper, a rather unique modular approach to doing camper vans. Summermobile also. I mean, they may look the same from the outside, but when you get into these things, they're really very different. Here, Campermobile from Schwerin in eastern Germany. It's a traditional van, if you like, but it's a modern traditional van, if that makes any sense. Here we have Köhler from near here from Stuttgart. They do conversions which can be used. For example, you put bikes in the back, motorbikes or something like that. Here I've got one which is on a Sprinter. Here there's a Vito 200D. Got this thing here which is on the VW. Okay, here Raimo. Raimo is best known, of course, for its catalogue, and but the stuff that's in the Raimo camping catalogue can be put into camper vans and such. This is a Weekender Plus. The idea, I think, here is that you've got a car which you can take you to work and you can do your shopping in, but you can also then sleep in it at the weekend. Somebody here with this multifunctional car, 100% transformation, has come with the idea of sticking some camping stuff in a normal car and then turning it into a camper. So we've got some people from Bavaria, hence the music here. A Glavan from Slovenia. Another thing I want to mention is the idea of getting this furniture, so you can actually get your own van. You can sort of buy an older VW or something like that, and then sort of get some of this stuff, and you can sort of the camping sort of stuff, and you can turn it into a van. A bit more advanced is the idea here from Vanessa from Munich, and what they've got is sort of boxes and really tough stuff to put into vans, and now you can get your own Sprinter or VW, and then you can make your own van and using their equipment. So some of the stuff comes out like this, and it really can take a lot of weight. It's incredibly well built. Alright, I'll show you inside. I'll show you inside when no one's around. Might go to Munich and see them one day. In fact, when I go to Munich, I'm sure I'll go to Munich again. I'll drop in and see them. Okay, here, not many manufacturers of tents and roofs, but here's one of them. These things, I don't know how much in this case, so I hope I'm not doing them a disservice, but you're looking at around 4,000 euros for a tent and roof, and that's before you've actually installed it. So with everything together, you're looking at quite a lot of money. So you might think, well, I can buy buy a tent for 50 euros, you might be better off buying a tent for 50 euros and just sleeping in it next to it. In fact, for 4,000 euros, you get a lot of campsites. You got a lot of hotels for that type of money. Right, here we have just coming to go. Roberta from Slovenia. Yeah, I'll take you through the Balkamp from Gdansk, near Gdansk in Poland, building on a VW and on the MAN platform. They also do lots of other things as well. Yeah, I'll just stick this through the door here. I won't go in the van. This sort of gives you an idea. Bed up there. I like this approach with the bed up the top there. I mean, I'll do without the bed in the back, in fact, but get the van a bit shorter. That'd be my idea. Putting 4 people in a van, and right, MAN. Come through here. There's Globe Traveller from Kharchev near Warsaw, building on the Peugeot and on the Ducato, I think on the Citroen as well. And now here's a company which I think has done particularly interesting things, Megamobile from Slovenia. And particularly I would want to point out the Mercedes they've got down there. I mean, it's 91,000 euros, but the way the back moves up and down, the toilet solutions, and they are particularly interesting. Okay, easy camper on VWs. Okay, here's Westfalia, who is the name in camper vans going back years. The Westfalia Werke, I think, I can't remember when it started. It might even be pre-war, but it certainly is from the late 1940s. And they, of course, weren't making camper vans there, but this company has been bought by Rapido. But fortunately, they've kept their own designs rather than doing the Rapido design, which is it might have been better if they'd taken their designs into the rest of the Rapido group. No, some nice brands within Rapido. You just don't like the main ones very much. Club Joke. What I think is particularly good here is you've got these tiny vans, but they've got, some of them have got sort of toilets. Sorry, it's not sort of. They have got toilets in, they've got showers in, and but they've got the footprint of a van. And I really personally think that, it's all very well sort of going out and sleeping, having a nice bed, but you do need somewhere to clean yourself up with. I mean, for those who want to wash at least like once every other week, then that would come in handy. So you can see a van here with the kitchen in the back, though this one doesn't have a toilet. I really think that the toilet is a major part of a van. Okay, down here we've got another Rapido company, which is Dreamer. This one is nowhere near as good as Westfalia as far as quality is concerned, but it comes at a price which is a good 30% less. So these things here, built on a Fiat Ducato. This van here, it's called the Red Addict. Sounds like something you'd buy on the streets in New York in 1972, but it's been brought out here January 2020 for this event. Now they've got one or two interesting solutions, which you'll have to see in the video, which is devoted to this. Yes, this lady was then commenting on the state of the showers in here, which is very new. You'll have to see that in the film, so I'm not obviously not going to get in the van. Well, I could get in the van, but I'll have to stop filming. Right, so I'll have to stop filming because there's so many people around and I've got a bag on my back. Right, Knaus, they make, their vans are a little bit more expensive. I mean, not quite in the same league as Westfalia at the same price point. But all made in Germany, of course. I notice in the back here we've got, for example, one which that goes up and down electronically. Very good idea. And also you can see we've got the shower which is in the corridor, and the shower being in the corridor gives you more room. It might look a bit impractical, maybe it is, but in a vehicle which is, you've got 2 meters, less than 2 meters of space internally, then that is a particularly good idea. And so you see the gentleman inside right now, shows that when you put the bed up, you do have a lot of space. You can get a motorbike or something in there, although admittedly if there's 2 of you, it would be a bit of a squash sleeping in there. With that high, you'd probably have to put it down a bit. Another brand of Knaus is Weinsberg, which was acquired by the company some time ago. Weinsberg's an old carriage manufacturer, and so it's the oldest company that I know of. I think it's 1870 or 1813. It's been in business since. And the final company I'm going to mention is from Thorn. They're from Slovenia. Thorn build camper vans for Norway. So their specialization is in cold weather camping. So I mean, they've got all the waste tanks are protected. They use the same insulation which I've bought for my van, which is called Armacell. They're using 32 centimeter Armacell insulation. I mean, 32, that's much better than using XPS or something like that. It's has far greater thermal properties, and you know, also you want to have underside things you might forget about, easily could be forgotten about, such as the waste tank is insulated. So good. I've taken you now for a walk around this entire hall. This, I think it is fair, does show the major names in European camper vans. Okay, there's 1 or 2 companies which aren't present here, which do have vans on the go. 1 or 2 in the Irwin Humer group, for example, which you don't see any Heimer vans here, or any vans from Deathlefs or Leica or something. But I think really though we've got a particularly good selection of vans here. So thanks very much for watching, and I hope you'll continue to watch what I do and find it of interest. Do subscribe, and obviously I've done just about everything here in more detail with tours. So thanks for being here, and I think I'll just walk myself out without saying anything else too much.